Yes, my people, good morning. Welcome back to another YouTube video. I hope you're all keeping well. So Olympia weekend has been wrapped up. Tremendous weekend. I absolutely live for it every single year, and I must say, it gets me absolutely amped up to continue my own progression and chasing my own goals. So, update guys, where are we at? Held 113.1 kg over the weekend there. Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So I texted Scuba yesterday and I was like, look mate, my body weight is still kind of down and massively down on average versus where it was. I was like, I think my food needs to be bumped up now. I said to him that, like, I know appetite isn't indicative of your food needing to be bumped up. However, when you're like 22 weeks post-show and you're absolutely ravenous going to sleep to the point that like it's affecting your sleep, you know, I think you're probably in a deficit there somewhere. So we bumped the food up, plus 50 carb on a training day, plus 50 carb on a rest day. First day of that additional food in yesterday, body weight dropped again. So 112.6 kg this morning. So that's the lowest weight I've been in like a month. So the weight looks like it's still continuing to trend down. Now I'm going to leave it the rest of the week, but honestly, I think the food probably needs to be bumped up again, but we'll see. Because one thing I did say to Cuba, I was like, mate, like where my food was before we bumped it up yesterday, it was that low on week 6 of my previous push-up. I'm on week 16 of this push-up now. And with week 16 of my push-up, last time around, my training day calories were 900 higher than they were before we bumped it up yesterday. And on rest day, they were 450 calories higher. So, you know, that's fairly substantial difference. And one thing I was kind of concerned about, I was like, mate, you know, prep is starting in like 12 weeks. I kind of need to make sure that like we've got some food to pull from here. Otherwise, I'm going to be starting prep eating air. And also, I want to make sure when I start prep, my appetite is kind of gone. Because otherwise, it's going to be a long prep. So yeah. And he was like reassuring me in the gym yesterday, look, we've got plenty of time to up the food. And he also said that if we're in a good spot, by the time we do get to the push-up, we might potentially extend it, which I was actually quite pleasantly surprised to hear, because he did initially want me to do a 20-week prep like I did last year. Now we've whittled that down to 18 or 17 weeks. And now he's thinking of whittling that down even further. So that suits me, because I think based off of data from previous preps, I truly believe I can do a shorter prep. It is pretty easy for me to get in shape. My body drops away pretty fucking quickly and easily, you know. And even last prep, I think I spent like 5 or 6 weeks at 105 kilos. Now it was probably 5 or 6 weeks well spent, right? Because I stayed at 105 kilos, but I was getting leaner and better. My training performance was improving. So, you know, honestly, I think I grew into the last prep quite a lot. However, if I grow into this prep too much, I'm going to struggle getting to my weight cap, okay? So I think the muscle and the tissue that I will have gained in this push-up is going to be sufficient enough for me to be pretty competitive next year. So my main concern is like, right, let's just get the body fat off, keep training performance in a good spot, make sure fatigue isn't too high and I'm not dropping too quickly, and do the fucking business. So yeah, that's where my head is at. But anyway, another adjustment we are going to make at the end of this week is we're going to remove the SLU PP 332 just to give it its full name. So yeah, we're going to remove the slew. I don't feel like it's needed to be in right now, because I do feel like it is having a big impact on my fat loss. So yeah, I think if we can pull that, I think we're going to pull it for like a month, and then we're going to add it back in at the very end of the push-up and into the cruise, just to keep body composition in a good spot. And I think we're going to ramp it up quite high then. So yeah, if I was dropping body fat on 250 mcg and he wants me to ramp it up to 1000 mcg, I wonder how strong that's going to be. But it'll be interesting to find out. I got to re-up with some MOTC, so I put that back in yesterday. So hopefully that'll affect the energy levels in a positive way, because I have had a busy week so far. I actually had 3 previous clients of mine all reach out over the weekend to hop back on board, which is very, very nice. And had a lot of new starters in the last 2 weeks as well. So very busy, just running through execution analysis and, you know, questions that they have. So it's always much busier for me with work when new clients hop on board, because the initial phases is quite intense from a coaching perspective. From me to them, not the other way around. From me to them, I tend to be pretty hands-on, and just make sure we're covering a hell of a lot straight off the bat, and we're getting all ducks in a row, training-wise, routine-wise, nutrition-wise, and I'm down on their backs to make sure that we start off hitting the ground running. So yeah, that's where we're at. I thought I'd update the vlog whilst I'm out on my morning walk here. Hopefully this mic is picking my sound up well, and it's not too fucking noisy because it's fucking busy out this morning. But yeah, I get these steps boxed off, go and collect Chloe from the gym, and then we're in to train pull this afternoon. Another conversation I had with Kubi yesterday was again about my training frequency. I was like, look mate, still feeling like a little fucking worn out. I think the 4 on 1 off training frequency is just a little bit too much at this stage. And I said it's not like physical recovery, it's more so mental as well. Like even if I'm going in and doing an arm day, right? Arm days aren't that physically demanding, guys. Arm days are fine. But it's like mentally going into the gym, it's kind of demanding. Don't know if that makes sense. But yeah, it's like when your whole day is structured around the gym, I get psyched up to go to the gym. I train very intensely when I'm in the gym. And then I'm like trying to get all my work done before I go to the gym. It's like on that day, it's a training day. Like training days are like all go for me, right? Whereas when I'm on a rest day, I can have a little bit more time to chill, a little bit more time to relax, a little bit more time to prep my meals, eat my meals, do my client work, etc. And it just like allows me to de-stress a little bit. So yeah, I think that's kind of a big factor. And I've said this to him like 2 or 3 times, and he's like, no, it's not the frequency, but it's the volume, and we might pull your volume back. I'm like, mate, my volume is already fucking rock bottom. I don't know how lower we can pull it. I don't want it to be fucking pulled any lower. But yeah, he's like, look, we can all regulate a training day if we need, or a rest day, excuse me, if we need to. But then that just affects my OCD, because I don't want to train push and pull and then decide, oh yeah, I'm going to auto-regulate a rest day tomorrow. And then that ruins my whole entire plan for the week, because I need to know what days my rest day are so I can block off certain work, certain calls, physio appointments, etc. on those days. So yeah, it's just not ideal. The joys of having a rotating split, guys. And by that, I mean, you're not training the same day, or not training the same session every single day of the week. I do prefer rotating splits from like a pure progression and frequency standpoint. But trying to structure your weeks sometimes can be a bit of a disaster. But yeah, that's the update, guys. Finally, the cars have stopped drifting past me, and it's a little bit quiet just as I'm about to wrap up the clip. But there's the intro to the video, guys. So we'll have a good day today, and we'll have a good pull day. We'll keep cracking on, making progress. Let's go. Yes, guys. So quick one whilst I am at it. I've just wrapped up doing some sheets for another Irish online coach, JJ. And he actually DM'd me off the back of that video that I done about, managing your nutrition on holidays and stuff like that. He was like, where did you get that meal planner, etc., etc. I don't normally like advertise this on my YouTube channel. I think I might have mentioned it like once or twice, but I actually make Google Sheets and Google Sheet templates for other coaches. I've done so for probably about 30 coaches at this stage, I would say, maybe even a little bit more. Obviously, having worked as an accountant before in the past, I'm pretty handy when it comes to Excel/Google Sheets. So I know what I'm doing in terms of like the formulas and all that other sort of jazz. So I have done lots of sheets for lots of people. So just thought I would throw it out there, guys, if anyone is interested in getting some sheets done. So these are JJ's, and I must say, this color scheme that he has is actually pretty clean. I really, really like that green. So yeah, I've thrown these together for JJ. So hopefully he likes them when I send these over to him. But yeah, if anyone is interested, guys, in leveling up their online coaching service, getting some sheets done, drop me a DM on Instagram. Quick one, guys, just before I head out the door to the gym, but we're getting the old Mega Pump Elite in. I've been absolutely fucking loving this. So if you've not picked yourself up your tub, get on it. Code DMAC10, baby. So if you've been on the Conte Instagram page recently, and if you haven't, make sure you follow them on Instagram, because they are banging out the fresh new drops this year. But we've been out of stock away for the last 2 or 3 weeks. I've had some clients message me. I've had some people message me on Instagram being like, what's the story, Dara? I know you might not have any insight on this, but when's the weight coming back in stock? And funnily enough, we actually do have insight on this. They actually keep all the athletes pretty in the loop at Conte, which I actually quite like. But anyway, that's beside the points. So we are dropping 4 brand new whey flavors this Friday. So by the time you watch this video, guys, it will either be out right now or this will probably be out the day before it drops. I reckon it will be. I reckon I'll be posting this on Thursday. So make sure you go on to the Conte Instagram page, sign up to their email list, and you will get early access to the new drop. Now, they've just announced the white chocolate hazelnut and cookies and cream whey flavors, which I'm buzzing to try. But the two that they haven't announced yet, they probably will have by the time this video is live, are strawberry cheesecake and cinnamon donut. To be honest, I think I'm a little bit more excited to try those flavors because I do love the Train by JP strawberry cheesecake. That was actually one of my all-time favorite flavors. It's one of those flavors that, like, it's a weird one, right? Because it's so nice on its own and it's so nice in certain things, but it's not a flavor you can mix and match with many things, right? Where cinnamon donut, on the other hand, goes with absolutely everything, right? So, like, I fucking love, like, a strawberry cheesecake flavor. I'm a slut for it, but, you know, it doesn't go with everything. You can have it with, like, white chocolate hazelnut cream of rice or something plain like that, but you can't have it in, like, I don't know, chocolate cream rice or salted caramel cream rice or caramel biscuit cream rice. I mean, you could, but there'd be a little bit of a mismatch in the flavor there. But yeah, cinnamon donut, cookies and cream, they should be like pretty good staples. And I'm interested to see how the white chocolate hazelnut goes down, because I'm not the biggest fan of like JP's white chocolate hazelnut, but I've got faith in Conte, because to be fair to Conte, they absolutely fucking nail the flavors on absolutely everything. So I don't think they'd release a white chocolate hazelnut unless it was better than everyone else's. So I'm looking forward to trying that. And you know, guys, the white chocolate hazelnut cream of rice is the GOAT for me. It's my all-time favorite cream of rice. So I have very high hopes for the whey protein. But of course, when I get my tubs, whichever 2 tubs that will be, I'll give you a taste test. I'll let you know what I think. Completely honest, unbiased review. And then you can use code DMAC10 to pick yourself up a tub. So yeah, we'll get this raspberry twist mega pump into us. Go and train pull a little bit early of a session today, only because Chloe's got a call at 2:30. So I want to make sure she can cook my post-workout meal before I come back. And then I can chill out a little bit for the evening. And then I only have 1 meal after 3 to eat. And I'm still hungry, even though we upped the food very recently, but it hasn't even touched the sides. But we'll see if the body weight drops again tomorrow. I will update you then. Is tomorrow check-in picture day? No, it's not. Thursday morning is check-in picture day. So you might have to wait for a physique update in the next video. I think I will put a physique update in the next video and talk you through my physique and some of my poses and everything else like that, as I haven't actually done that in quite some time. And I used to be very good for doing that in the off-season, but I haven't done it in ages. And somebody actually commented on one of my last videos going, post physique. And I'm like, you lazy bastard, just go onto my channel and look at one of my past videos, you'll see my physique. But I'll post physique for you guys. It might be looking too fruity. Well, I've basically been dieting for the last 2 weeks, so maybe it will. But I'll post it anyway. I was actually looking back at some pictures from when I started prep last year, when I was like 109, 110 kilos. And yeah, fuck. I'm way bigger now. Like, I actually can't get over how much bigger I am. Because I was like, fuck, I'm only 112 kilos, 113 kilos. I'm like, have I actually gained that much size? I'm like, that's only 2-3 kilos almost in like a year. And then I went back and I looked at pictures and I was like, okay, I literally look like I'm way bigger, especially my legs, because I was getting worried there for a while that I haven't been making as much progress in my legs as I feel like I did. Like, my legs were on my big standout improvement from my 2023 season to my 25 season. And I wanted to make those same improvements to them again. And I kind of felt like they were the one body part since post-show that has been lagging behind because I've had some knee issues and etc., right? But after looking at the photos, I'm like, okay, my quads look like double the size again. So I'm hoping when I cut back down on prep, they'll be pretty silly, because I'd like to have a little bit more detail in this time around. I'd like to see, I don't think we like super dieted very hard last prep, and that was good because I kept a lot of the fullness and the size of my legs. But I do think like the feathering and the cross striations, I had that in 2023, but my legs were just tiny, right? But now my legs were really big in 2025. So I'm hoping now next season I can bring really big legs, but etch out that conditioning even more and have big cross-striated legs and get the glutes in a little bit more. So that's the plan of action. Cheers, guys. Catch you in a bit. Yes, gang. How are we? So pull day wrapped up. Very good session today. Even though while I was in there, I did kind of feel a little bit tired, a little bit wrecked. It's very dreary and overcast in the UK today. but I'm kind of liking it. I kind of like being in the gym when it's almost like dark or something like that. You're in there, you're in your tracksuit, you're in your t-shirt at the start until it gets too warm, and it's just like winter vibes. It's just like you're getting in there, you're getting the work done. There's nothing but the gym to look forward to that day because it's so miserable out. I don't know what it is. I love it. I do love the winter off-season vibes, I must say. Some of the best gains are made at this time of the year. But anyway, I'll quickly run you through the session. So starting off, guys, we had the single arm Cybex Eagle lat row. All-time best lat row. Favorite lat exercise in existence. I absolutely love it. I've reset the load on this because I was full stacking it, plus a gym pin, plus like 15 kilos or something. And I was able to lift it. And I was able to still get a good contraction through my lats. But now I'm making sure to actually pause for like 2 seconds in the short. So you'll see here as I come forward, holding in that stretch, dragging back, 1, 2. I'm really, really rinsing that shortened position now. And I must say, 3 sets each arm on this, doing that, blows my lats up. Absolutely blows my lats up. And then in the next exercise, we had the prime plate loaded single arm lat pull down. And exact same thing here. So I'm coming down, 1, 2, and then I'm coming back up. So hard contraction at the end here. And this is the top set. I think on the back off set, I kind of almost went much lighter purposely and like really, really held that contraction because I watched this set back and I was like, I could have probably held it a little bit more. So I'm just being a little bit more strict with myself in the shortened position on these lat exercises. And it fucking feels amazing. Like my lats feel like they're just literally blowing up. And obviously my lats are one of the areas that I really, really need to bring up. Now, I am still in my off season. So, you know, when you're in your off season and you're a little bit like bigger guys, your muscles are kind of like bigger everywhere. And then as you diet down, it's like, you're kind of like, oh, my legs actually weren't that big. My legs are actually small. It was just body fat on my legs, etc., etc. I kind of feel like my lats might be one of those body parts now, but then I don't know because my lats are looking like way more big and swoopier than usual, even in like my front shots and my check-ins and stuff. So I'm hoping I've made tremendous progress there so far. All right. Now, next up, we have the extreme row. I've done a big load reset on this as well. I mean like 30 kilos aside, like big load reset. And I'm trying a similar thing here where I'm coming up and I'm like squeezing in that contraction position. But honestly, on upper back work, it just doesn't feel the same. I just like to really, really rip heavy weight out of the stretch with my upper back work. And I find that just like feels the best for me. And I always kind of say this to my clients as well, because I see on a lot of upper back work and even just on a lot of back work in general, I feel like sometimes people are a little bit too concerned with the contraction rather than just lifting heavier weight and holding that in the stretch. But yeah, I swapped over from a neutral grip row to this prime seated pin loaded row as well because it just felt really good the last day. This felt a little bit better, but again, I'm just like, I'm kind of holding in the stretch here, and this just doesn't feel as good as my lat work does when I do that. Maybe it's exercise selection, I don't know, but I'm gonna try and just keep playing around with it over the next couple of weeks. Now, I don't really think it's my upper back that needs work versus like my lats. I think it's definitely my lats that needs more work. Yes, the upper back could be a little bit thicker, but I think on stage last year, I don't think that was where I was beaten particularly. I think it was more so like the lats, and that's something that's never going to be like super strong for me, unfortunately. So just got to do the best with what I have. Nobody's beating me on fucking erector thickness and lower back thickness anyway, but it's just that like my lats don't insert down there, so it's annoying. But anyway, look, it is what it is. But good session overall, guys. Feeling okay now. I'm not feeling like particularly smashed, but again, need to have a conversation with Kuba about this frequency methinks. So back home now, get the post-workout meal into me. This is, I think, the only meal that I adjusted. I adjusted this meal and I adjusted my last meal before bed when Kuba upped my food 50 carb. Obviously, I adjusted it myself, but he just said 50 carb extra, and most of it has gone. Most of it has gone to this. So we'll text the chisel now to put on the meal, and I'll show it to you when we get home. And then I have to go back upstairs, do a little bit of client work, and I'm going to try and get that wrapped up super early today because I think I need some downtime there this evening. I've been working very late and at the desk and at those bright lights pretty fucking late the last couple of nights, and I feel like it's kind of affecting my sleep just a touch. So and leading me to get up out of bed a little bit later in the morning. Not overly late, like still like 6 o'clock in the morning, but I'd much prefer to just be up at like 5. So I'd rather log off earlier in the evening so that I can get up earlier in the morning so I can get through the work earlier in the day. Makes sense? Makes sense. All right, I'll catch you in a bit, guys. We're back, guys, and it is the next day. I do apologise that I didn't show you my post-workout meal. I know you were really looking forward to seeing what I was eating, as everyone loves the food stuff, don't they? But time just got away from me. Now, I did have a little bit of a relaxed evening last night, but I got like 8 hours sleep, which was mega. Got to bed like really, really early last night. Me and Chloe went up to bed at like 7:15. We went up to the bedroom. And we were asleep like before 8 o'clock. Got like 8 hours sleep. Still managed to wake up at like fucking 6 o'clock in the morning. Get out of bed at like 6 o'clock in the morning. So didn't get up earlier, but at least we're sleeping well, guys. Had arms on the cards today. Oh fuck! Oh, cramping all. In case you couldn't tell, huh? Could you not tell? Fucking trying to just angle this a little bit better. There we go. Arm day today, guys. Great session. Growing these bad boys as much as we possibly can. Oh, fuck that. It's actually hurting me to hold it there. I'm like Craig Goliath. Sap! If anyone gets that reference, you're a real one. Oh, I'm talking so waffle now, aren't I? So yeah, good night's sleep last night, guys. We're in good form today. Arms was fantastic. We've got leg day tomorrow, which I'm buzzing about because we've got our Atlantis pivot leg press. So that is going to go down an absolute treat. Oh yeah, one more thing as well to touch off. So see this bad boy? I got a new Apple Watch and I got one with a bigger face, which is fantastic. It was annoying though because I got a Series 11 and then it came in the post. And then my new phone hasn't come yet. So I had to update this phone to iOS 26 and I had to delete shit off this phone to update this to iOS 26 so that I could use the new fucking watch app for the... you know how it is, guys. You know how it is. But anyway, a couple of weeks back, my... I don't know where I've put it now. It's here somewhere. Oh yeah. My old Apple Watch broke. This is like a Series 6, so I've had this for like 4 or 5 years. And I actually, when I first bought this, I accidentally got the smaller watch face. Like I didn't realize I was getting it. I just accidentally got it, and it's like significantly smaller, and it always looks like tiny on my wrist. But I got good mileage out of this, but it just stopped working on me one day, and I just hate not having a watch on my wrist to tell the time. Like I've worn a watch on my wrist for like years and years and years to tell the time. So I just hate not having it there. I just feel like I'm naked without it. Now, yes, before someone attacks me, I do wear my watch on my right arm. I'm right-handed. I just always wore my watch on my right arm, okay? I just never get why people wore it on their left arm. It just didn't sit well with me, so I wear it on my right arm. All right. Now, why am I telling you I got a new watch? Because some new features which sold me on the Series 11 Apple Watch. Not that I need to be sold that hard anyway, because I'm a complete fucking Apple whore. But they've got like sleep apnea notifications. I've got hypertension notifications. If anyone knows me, guys, you know I love a bit of high blood pressure. You know I love a bit of high blood pressure, so I do. Big redhead me. So I thought that would be handy. So now if I have high blood pressure and I have hypertension, I get a little hypertension notification. Isn't that fucking fantastic? So I just don't need to worry about it anymore, guys. See that blood pressure monitor back there? Don't even need to use it. I can just crank the gear out of it. No worries. And if I'm going to die, my watch will tell me, thanks, Apple. You're the best. So, what's on the agenda for the rest of the week, guys? Rest day on Friday. I love a good rest day, but that just means I need to do a load of fucking errands. So I have to put new tires on my car. And then I actually have to go to the mechanic after I get the new tires on the car and see will he fix something that needs to be fixed, because apparently he only passed my MOT for me the last day when he shouldn't have, when he was doing me a favour. But you have to come back really quickly and get this thing fixed. That's going to cost you £200. So yeah, fair enough. So I've got to do that. And then there's some new bits dropping for hard body next week. So I've got to record some content for that in the gym at the weekend. Also, guys, actually, while I'm at it, right? Stay tuned on the fucking hard body Instagram page for some of the stuff they're going to be dropping over the next year. Honestly, I was actually on the phone to Brandon recently. Funny enough, he just rang me out of the blue one day, and he was like showing me all the stuff they're going to be dropping over the next year. I know I said this in a previous video, but like that, like he puts a lot of time and effort into like these products and the quality of the products and all that, right? But I have to give it to the fella. He was showing me all these drops. This is coming in this way, this is coming that way. He's so fucking ahead of the curve. And he's got so many drops and so many new products coming, and they're all fucking like sick. Like some of them I'm like really, really looking forward to. Like really looking forward to. I don't know I can like say what they are in this video, but some of them are very, very fucking good. Right? I'll give you a hint. Obviously, he just released the crossbody bag recently. So it's kind of something similar to that. but way fucking better. Okay, so yeah, I'm buzzing to kind of see all those new products being released, and getting one or two, getting my hands on one or two of them over the next couple of months. So yeah, guys, best gym equipment brand in the game. Use code DMAC10. You know the drill. I also have. This is going to be funny now, right? Please don't call me a sellout, guys. But I also have another affiliate contract that I've just gone with very recently. Now I haven't gotten the products in the post yet. I've been waiting for them, but when I do, I'm going to let you know, and everyone's going to be like, "You're a sellout." But I think it's kind of funny. So basically, like, this company reached out to me, and it's a product that, like, I actually use all the fucking time myself. So I was like, "Oh, unreal! This is the best ever." So I am going to have a code to use, obviously DMAC10 for it, but like, this isn't going to be something I'm going to be plugging super hard. Not like with, like, you know, the supplements and like the hard body equipment or anything like that. Like, I'm going to kind of keep this on the down low, because like, I don't really care if the code does really well or not, and I feel like I'd be a proper cringe monster 9000 if I was on my Instagram stories plugging this the whole time. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to leave it there if people want to use it, nice and subtle. And if I get a couple of sales on it, I get a couple of sales on it. But if I can just tip away and get one or two sales on it, so that I constantly get delivered this product, that'd be fantastic. I'd love that, because like I said, it is actually something that I actually do use. You're gonna fucking laugh at me so hard when you find out what it is, but but it is what it is. So stay tuned for that one. Stay tuned for that one. I'll announce it in the next video, because surely it'll be fucking here by then. But anyway, I'm waffling. I just thought I would pass some time, because Chloe got caught up on a client call today, and I'm normally meant to collect her from the train station at 5, but she's not until 6, which is a bit of a bollock. So yeah, I'm gonna go downstairs, probably prepare my last meal, and prepare all my bits for tomorrow, and then go and get her. So yeah, that's the update for today, guys. I don't know whether I'll leave this video here or just pop my check-in in tomorrow. I think I may as well. Pop the check-in in tomorrow, to be honest, because yeah, I need to shave this fucking midsection though, because it's looking a little bit hairy at the moment. I think I'm due a bit of a shave, you know, before I do the old check-in, because it just blurs the detail a little bit, doesn't it? Blurs the detail. So yeah, I would have done that this evening if I didn't have to fucking collect Chloe at 6. I thought I'd be home by now. I'd be doing that right now. Then I'd get the chance to eat, etc., etc. So Chloe's client has ruined my whole entire evening. But yeah, it's been a good week, guys. Week 16, off season, nearly wrapped up. Going well. Oh yes, the whole point of this fucking whole entire video, the whole reason I started recording this video, was to update you on my body weight, and then I just went on a massive tangent. So yeah, I don't know whether you'll enjoy the tangent or not anyway, but I'm leaving it all in there. We're just raw as fuck, guys. We're keeping it raw, we're keeping it real, we're keeping it authentic, transparent. You know me, my people, you know me. 112.6 this morning. So body weight was the exact same as it was yesterday. And here's the kicker. So remember when I updated you yesterday and I said, oh, my body weight's dropped again. It's 112.6. I fucking forgot to take my GH before bed that night. So I don't think my body weight was 112.6. It was probably a little bit heavier, but I forgot to take my growth hormone. So then last night, put the growth hormone back in, body weight was the exact same. So I think I have actually seen a drop. And today, arm day, I'm on my medium day food. So calories are like 200, 300 lower than they are on my push, pull, and leg days. So I wouldn't be surprised if body weight dropped again tomorrow. I wouldn't be surprised. So stay tuned to find out. Tomorrow, we'll see where my body weight is at. You'll see my check-in photos, and you won't know if I've had a food change or not, because that'll be on my check-in Friday morning. But we'll start recording for the new video then, and I'm just going to try and keep these banging out. I'm actually, I kind of hit a little bit of a slump, guys. I think at one stage with the YouTubes, where I was kind of like thinking in my head, oh fuck, how am I going to keep these off-season vlogs going? These are boring. Nobody wants to watch them, etc., etc. Well, I have had a couple of people like reach back out again lately. Look, that's not why I watch them, guys. I don't, or not why I make them. Like, I don't make them so people fucking text me, licking my arse, being like, oh, I love your videos, bro. I make them because I like documenting the journey. But sometimes there's not that much going on, or I feel like I don't have that much to talk about or contribute or whatever, and there's not anything valuable I can say, and I just don't feel like the journey is worth documenting. But it is, right? And I have actually been really enjoying the vlogging and the YouTubes and all that again, and I feel like I'm back in a little bit of a good groove with it, and I think I'm back like just being a little bit more comfortable and consistent, like recording and banging the videos out instead of just getting to the end of the week and being like, oh, I have to do a YouTube. Because sometimes it does be like that, but at the moment it's not been like that. So I'm kind of super happy about that. So I'm going to try and just keep the ball rolling now as much as I can, you moving forward. So yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm going to sign off here because I do need to do some shit before I collect Chloe, and we'll touch base in a bit. All right, legends. Yes, my people, we are back once again with the updates for you all. So body weight this morning was 113.15. So we actually did increase a little bit on the scales, which I'm glad to see. So that food adjustment is finally taking place. Now my average body weight is still down nearly 2 pounds on average. So I'll have to wait and see if it continues to come up as the week goes on. But we've got legs today and then a rest day tomorrow. So is it going to drop? I don't know. Stay tuned for the next video and find out. But took some checking photos this morning and I was reasonably happy with them. Got into the shower, did a full body shave. So, you know, I'm looking nice and sharp this morning. So I'm going to pop them up on the screen here. You can see just standing there, just like a front relax, like not a front relax with a vacuum, but just standing there with my arms, you know, just beside me. I actually look pretty decent, okay? So my legs look like they've actually come up quite a lot, which I'm quite pleased with. And yeah, I think the arms look kind of pretty thick from the front. I'd like to see a little bit more chest action going on. I feel like I'm still holding like a little bit of water in the midsection or something, but I don't know. Maybe my abs have just gotten bigger or something. I'm getting that Nick Walker growth going on. Hopefully fucking not, please God. Now, you'll also see that like I'm not really sucking in fully on that front relax. That's because these shots are actually after one meal and some fluid, because obviously it's, you know, a lot darker in the mornings now. So yeah. Quarter turns, I mean, still looking respectable. Back relax, back is looking pretty good now. I always find when I get into the off season, my back looks like really thick. It looks thick, it looks full, and then I diet down and it just completely fades away. So like it's that 1 weak body part that just kind of like always goes. Like I actually look here in the back racks, like my lats are, you know, a decent thickness. My traps are pretty thick, and that the lats actually insert a little bit lower than like they actually do. But yeah, and my glutes kind of look like a decent size here, and then when I diet, they just completely disappear. So maybe I just hold most of my fat there, but it is what it is. Front doubles, I mean, still holding respectably. It would look better if I had a bit more of a vacuum, but honestly, guys, for like, you know, 250 pounds, this is not an ugly front double. Let's say that. I think it's still pretty aesthetic. I think it's still pretty balanced. So I'm kind of happy with how that's shaping up. Side shots, I think this is where I've really made a lot of ground so far this off season. So like that side chest, like I feel like front to back, I'm just way thicker now. Like even my legs, even my hamstring drop, you know, shoulders, arms, chest, just density overall is much improved. So I'm hoping that's going to stay that way as I start to kind of cut down. But we'll have to wait and see. We will have to wait and see. And again, here, look, my back double, you can see just the thickness in the back of the shoulders. Like it actually looks semi-impressive. And then the second I diet like that, I'll just go and just like completely fade away. So who knows? Maybe I've made a lot of improvements to my back and it won't this time around. But my back always kind of looks really good in the off season. And then when I cut down, I'm always like, oh, why does it look like this? Why is it this small? So yeah, that's the struggle. Still can't hit a back lat spread, but you know, I'm okay with that. It's not required in classic. And abs and thigh again, still looking respectably in shape. Then we got my most musculars. So I'm always going to look good in the most muscular guys. So you know what I mean? I mean, like it's just the most muscular. It's kind of hard to look bad in the most muscular unless you're absolutely clapped. But yeah, as you can see, I've got this lovely nose strip on me here. So I'm happy to announce, guys, that I'm now official High Stripes athlete. So this is the affiliate contract that I was on about in that last clip yesterday. So nose strips, something that I actually do use quite frequently. And if you watch like my last couple of videos, you'd have seen me wearing like just the standard nose strips in the morning and like one side is like falling off my nose, right? So I used to use the Breathe Right nose strips, but they were like too thin for me. So I was like, right, I need to see, can I get some thicker nose strips to fit my fat nose? I got some thicker nose strips on Amazon and I think I bought like 300 of them. And they're thicker, yes, but like they unstick way easier than the Breathe Right ones do. But these ones are like same price as the Breathe Right ones, but they've got colors and they're very thick and they're like really, really sticky. So I'm quite pleased with this now. So like I said, guys, I'm not going to be coming on my stories every single day and be like, buy these nose strips, buy these nose strips. But if you want to get some decent nose strips, because believe it or not, right, I actually get asked about these loads, especially when I'm on prep and I'm out and I'm like doing my walks and my steps and I've got the nose strips on. People are DMing me like, oh, do these work, bro? And I'm like, yes, otherwise I wouldn't wear them and look like an idiot walking around with this on my nose if it didn't work, right? And this time of the year as well, even though I'm fucking constantly shoving my nose full of Sudafed, I just always get a blocked nose, man. So there's nothing worse than trying to sleep with a blocked nose. So I'll always put one of these on when I go to sleep. Today, I'm training legs, my nose is fucked. So I'm going to wear this while I'm training legs. And I think the colours look a bit cooler than just a brown plaster on your nose. So if you want to pick up some High Stripes nose strips, guys, go onto the link in my Instagram, or I'll drop it down below, and use code DMAC10. Like I said, I'm not going to be plugging it an awful amount because I think it's cringy as fuck, but I think in the affiliate contract, it says if I generate 4 sales, they'll give me a free product every single month, which basically means I get a month's supply of nose strips every month if I can make 4 sales. So if 4 legends buy 4 packets of nose strips, then I'll be forever in your debt. Now, I think that's like, I just need to generate 4 sales and then they'll send me the stuff out as long as I put it up in my stories 3 times a month. But I'm not sure if I need to make 4 sales every single month. If I do, then, you know, that's probably going to be a little bit of a stretch, guys. But you never know. You never know. But they are pretty legit. And I only would actually work with a company that I'd actually use, guys, because other companies reach out to me as well. And I remember actually during prep, some company reached out to me and asked me to do a paid promotion for like a body weight scales. And like they were going to pay me like a decent amount of money. And they just wanted me to speak about it in a YouTube video. And I was like, no, because I always give out about like body fat percentage and like people wondering what their body fat percentage is and using scales or using calipers and being like, oh, I'm 14% body fat because this fucking scales told me. So I was like, I'm absolutely not promoting that. It doesn't matter how many hundreds of pounds you give me. I'm just not doing it. So yeah, don't worry. I'm not a complete sellout, guys. Not yet. Maybe if I had 100,000 followers though, maybe I'd step on that scales for a bit more cash, you know what I'm saying? But do me a favor, guys. Pick up some nose strips so that I can wear nose strips all the time. Again, I'm just being real with you. Just being real with you, just being transparent. I'm saying it how it is. I'm not going to overly promote them, but if you want to pick them up, fuck me, you'd be doing me a massive favor because I do actually wear these bad boys all the time. So that would be tremendous. Now, we are getting ready for legs. It's 20 to 1 now, so I'm going to head to the gym for 1. Buzzing for today's session. I'm actually super amped up for it. I was going to bring the camera to record and pop it in this video, but you know what? I just want to go in, just lock in today and just fully focus on my session. I'm kind of going through that phase now. I don't know if I'm going to be like recording ever or too much at least in the gym with this DJI for the remainder of my off season. It'll probably just be like overlaid footage from the videos I take on my phone for Instagram. Unless you guys want me to go into the gym and actually sit down and like walk through the session like raw, like talking to the camera style, kind of like I did for a lot of my videos towards the end of the prep. If you do, and if you enjoy that style of content, just let me know down below in the comments and I will actually make the effort to do that. But I just need to mentally prepare for it and have a planned out in advance. But that's the update, guys. So we are 113.1 kilos, still feeling good. Appetite is decent, sleep is fantastic, training is picking back up again. I'm feeling good, I look large, happy days, can't complain. So we keep pushing, guys, keep making progress, keep improving every single week, and I'll keep you updated and following along the journey. So I'm going to wrap this video up here. Thank you very much for watching. Use code DMAC10, get yourself some nose strips, get a good night's sleep, and we'll catch you in the next one.